So we are extremely close to the end of the game. I suspect that, I mean, because we're at the point of no return, if we do the assault on the elusive man's base, that initiates the end of the game, essentially. So we really kind of want to be strategic with what we do next, because I've done the vast majority of the game, and there's a handful of other things I want to do. So we have the fuel reactors mission over here and the investigate Asari colony, which we're going to do first today. But I might get through both of these, and then the goal after I get through these is to run over to the Citadel and just turn in a bunch of side stuff. I'm not going to complete all of the side stuff because there are a handful of things that you have to go to the different clusters and formations and whatnot and scan, and then find a planet, and then you scan that planet and it pops up and it gives you the item that you need to go turn back into the... Look, none of that matters. We're level 60. We are like well beyond needing any pitiful amount of experience and money that is gonna provide for us. At this point, it's just do the last couple of missions that we have left, run to the Citadel, turn that stuff in, and then go straight into the end game. So that's where we're at. So we're gonna go straight to the Asari colony and just enjoy it, you know? We've been doing this series for a while, which is no surprise. I knew I was in it for the long run. I said it, I think, in like the first episode. I was like, we're going to be in it for the long run. I wasn't kidding. I was not kidding. I knew that. Oh, we were like low on fuel here. Why is there like no fuel state? Okay, here, let's go get fuel real quick before we jump in. So the thing is, I started the series and I said to myself, this is gonna be a long series. I knew it because it's 3 games. Oh my goodness, there's no fuel here either. What are you doing to me, game? Having 3 games that we're playing in one series, especially when they're long RPGs, is bound to make a long series. Nobody's surprised about that in the slightest. And I think if I were to go back and change things, and I still could, I mean, I could spend an afternoon going back and doing this, but it's not worth it at this point. I would make it so the Legendary Edition is broken into 3 series more clearly, instead of just, I mean, it is one long thing. It is a continuous series that we have done, but I would go renumber all of them. So Mass Effect 1 would be like 1 to 20 something or whatever it was. We blew through Mass Effect 1 really quickly. Mass Effect 2 would be its set, and then Mass Effect 3 would be its set of videos. Because when you look at a series, especially, you know, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. There are a handful of people filtering in from all the other stuff we're doing. But imagine you join in and you're like, wow, he's on episode 140 something. You're like, that's a lot to watch. And you watch you look at the first couple episodes of the Mass Effect series, and it's like hours long, and you're like, I don't even know what to do. I can't watch this. This is like jumping into the longest binge watch of all time, right? And some of that is true. There are many short episodes in the middle of all of that. So I think if I were to do one thing different, that would be go back, just renumber all those, because it would make it seem more bite-sized. You could be like, oh, this week I'm gonna watch Mass Effect 1 stuff. Why? Because, you know, I can get through 20 something episodes this week, and that's totally doable. And then you're in, and you're like, let's do Mass Effect 2, and then you finish that one, you're like, fine, let's just do Mass Effect 3. A lot of people don't like Mass Effect 3 in the story department, and I get it. I've talked at length with that. Squad mates gain your ammo power or defense, health, and armor. You're like, we're not really using much of our powers anymore. We're kind of locked in with what we've got, which is not a bad thing. I'm very happy with our build so far. I should have put that last point into energy drain, and as soon as I had put those points in yesterday, I regretted it because I saw it.
Dig up any information on the mission, Liara?
I did, and I now understand why High Command wanted to hide it. We're headed to an Ardat-Yakshi monastery.
Ardat-Yakshi? Like Morinth?
I love this mission.
Morinth chose to be a killer. These Ardat-Yakshi isolated themselves to avoid that. But it doesn't mean they're harmless. Their urge to feed can be powerful. That's why High Command sent in commandos to investigate the monastery's distress signal.
I suppose it's flattering they call us to pick up the pieces. What's the plan?
If there was a chance the Ardat-Yakshi could break loose, the commandos were to purge the monastery.
Purge. You mean destroy?
They would have brought heavy explosives with them, yes.
So this is the mission that I kept mixing up as one long mission instead of breaking it into the two different things that it is for the Asari homeworld, Thessia, there it is, for that mission. So I've always bookended those two together of like you start in Thessia and then you go to this as like one long continuous thing, but that's not the case. Two different missions.
Morinth was dangerous, but are the Ardat-Yakshi this big of a threat?
Morinth was just hitting her stride. Ardat-Yakshi who kill leave behind astronomical body counts. It's why they can never be free, and why they're such a great source of shame to the Asari. That's why High Command won't rest until this place is destroyed. They'd never risk a single Ardat-Yakshi getting loose.
We don't need something that dangerous running around during a war. We locate the commandos, then finish the job.
As you wish. Though I'd like to know exactly who sent the distress call.
We'll find out soon enough.
That we will. The shaders are doing something kind of strange there on the ground. That was very odd. Maybe it was like a weird like anti-aliasing thing. Not sure.
The shuttle's warm. We may have a visitor.
Oh, a visitor. Did the visitor leave us anything? No loot? No nothing? Cool. Okay, just making sure. You never know. There's something over here. No? No. Okay. What? Knew it. My loot senses were tingling.
No elevator.
When you play enough Bioware games, you know. When you play enough RPGs in general, you know where they like to hide loot. Like RPGs are my jam.
Sound.
All right, here we go. This is the thing I don't like.
There's more than one out there.
Yep. Terrifying Banshees. I've mentioned this many times. This is what I was talking about with the Banshees. This is where I thought they were introduced. No, not here.
Someone there?
Stay sharp.
I kind of wish this is where they were introduced. That would be way better. Wall safe. Got that. And computer. To our staff and students, attached is our new daily schedule. Please note that wake up time has been moved forward 15 minutes. Floor wardens can download chore lists later this week. Please see Matriarch Gala or myself if you have any questions or concerns. Sincerely, Superintendent Jethra. Okay, why do I need to know their schedule? Who cares about their schedule? I don't care about their schedule. Expecting her to grab my hand or something.
This was the commandos, Captain. It seems they gave their lives fighting the Reapers.
This monastery's out of the way. What do the Reapers want with Ardat-Yakshi? Anything useful?
A map marked with the nav point location of a bomb. They call it the Great Hall.
So the commandos started the purge after all.
This place is a lost cause if it's already crawling with Reapers. Let's get to the Great Hall and set off that bomb.
Let's do it. You know, I'm gonna look around for a second here. I think weirdly enough, I'm getting really, really excited for the next Mass Effect game. And we're so far away at this point. We are so far away. They're still doing.
I heard something.
That was my fault, sorry.
Oh my goodness, why you gotta do that to me? Oh, got electronic signature. That's probably gonna be a mission that I could go use, I bet. But I doubt that I'm gonna go do it. Anyways, they're still working on freaking Dragon Age Dreadwolf, and they're getting close on that one. At least it's entered alpha, which means that it's fully playable from start to finish. We've recently talked about that, but my goodness, like the next Mass Effect is still quite far away, and I'm really excited for it. I can't wait. A reminder, students are not allowed to visit each other's quarters or to meet in the rooms unsupervised by staff. Students are also forbidden from extranet communication without approval by senior staff members. There are no exceptions to these rules. First offenders will have their free time revoked for a month. Further violations will be met with confinement. Our monastery is our shelter. For it to remain that way, we must make sacrifices. If we do this, I have faith we can continue to enjoy the order and peace this place has given us. Matriarch Galley. Cool. Sounds rough. Can I get through there? No. Gotta jump the fence. Ooh, ammo. Not that I've used any. Well, actually, I guess I have. I'm 21. Is that weird? It's like, oh, I don't like the noises. I was expecting like me to be at full ammo. Why was I not at full ammo? It's kind of odd. Or is it that actually, I don't know. Why would I not be at full ammo? I'm at 21. Isn't it supposed to be 24 at my max? Now I'm all confused. Oh, you know what? Uh-oh. I think I just turned on incendiary ammo as the door opened. I heard the noise, but we'll see if it was actually the case.
Very good. I almost didn't hear you.
Samara?
It has been some time, Shepard. You are a most welcome sight. The corruption here runs deep.
But what are you doing here?
My daughters live in this monastery, Tali. I am here for them. Unfortunately, the Reapers had already infested this place by the time I arrived.
You met me hunting down your other Ardat Yakshi daughter. Are these ones just as dangerous?
Faller and Rila have followed the monastery's rules ever since they arrived. They've shown no inclination toward violence.
And you're here to save them?
They are my responsibility. And it's one that cannot be abandoned, even as our galaxy crumbles.
Find your daughters fast. I'm setting off a bomb the Commandos brought here.
The Justicar Code demands I discover what happened to my children in this monastery. I cannot ignore it. We're out of time.
Let's do it. Obviously, in Mass Effect
We'll
2,
meet again. I will draw these creatures off.
if you didn't choose Samara, Morinth is
Let's
here.
go.
So like, it's like a minor change, which ultimately is why I decided to go with Samara when we made the choice back in Mass Effect 2. Or I wouldn't say ultimate, it was one of the main factors.
I'm wounded. Bad. Give this to my bondmate, Weshra. Asked her to go to the Citadel and tell Weshra I love her. Tell her. Sorry we fought. I was an idiot. Didn't mean any of it, Weshra. Want you to have everything of mine, okay? Love you. I love you so.
So I have always chosen Samara in my playthroughs. I've never chosen the opposite. But I do know that
It's too quiet. Are there any survivors?
outside of
Fight didn't last long by the look of it.
It wouldn't. The monastery only had a few guards to protect it, not an army.
So outside of a few conversations that you have in Mass Effect 2 with her, it doesn't change much. Because by the time you get to Mass Effect 3, it's not a thing anymore. You don't have those companions on your ship. So yeah, again, that's why I decided to go with with Samara. I like Samara quite a lot. Anyways, she's very cool. She's very paladin-y, and I like it. Yeah, see, now we're at max. Why did it not just like start us with max ammo? That feels very odd. Is I mean, that's not a bug. Maybe it's just something I've never really noticed. All right, come here, Banshee. Reload. I'm just gonna take a couple pot shots before I dive in. I don't want to be strangled again. All right, here we go. Let's get that biotic explosion. Can I do that again? Oh, she's almost dead. She is almost dead. Oh shit, use Reeve. Don't Reeve me. Don't Reeve me, bro. We're good? Is it Reeve that they use? Actually, I don't know. All I know is it kills my barriers. Let's dive here. Where'd that guy go? Oh, I have to reload. I hate when I don't reload between charges. Oh no, you the ragdolls were too strong there. What? Where did you come from? Did he just crawl out of that little hole? Oh wow, I got a twofer. That was awesome.
Sorry. What have the Reapers done?
Yeah, you see what I mean with this? Like, it feels like the Banshees should have been introduced here? Is something weird going on with the Legendary Edition where it allows you to do things out of mild order? I don't know.
Mother, you came. As soon as I was able. Shepard, this is Falere, my youngest. She and her sister Rila are Ardat Yakshi. They have been...
They have Rila.
What?
I saw some of those creatures take her into the Great Hall. I've been trying to get there.
What are the Reapers doing here?
Harvesting us. They're turning us into those monsters. Please, you can't let that happen to Rila.
The Asari thought the Ardat Yakshi were to blame for the attack.
This is our home. Most of us are grateful to be here. The monastery is a place Ardat Yakshi can achieve peace.
Falere speaks truthfully, Shepard. I vouch for her words, with pride.
There's a bomb in the Great Hall. We're setting it off, so find your sister quickly.
Bomb? But I thought you came to rescue us.
I'm here because this place is a liability.
A liability? My friends have been killed. Turned into...
Falere, we did not come to argue.
No, you came to destroy us.
I mean, no, we came to destroy
Falere!
the possibility of an enemy. If you're now our enemy.
She's looking for Rila.
Why, they just like float like they're all like awesome. Why can't I
Look
float?
for that bomb.
I doubt we'll miss it.
Good point. Probably gonna be a big bomb. All right, where do we go? Don't think I go left, but so I'm gonna go left to look. See if we find anything.
You'd need a crowbar to pry those doors open.
Yeah,
This
okay.
place was beautiful before the Reapers came.
I bet it was. Anything over here? My loot senses.
Jethro, this is Galay. I've blocked extranet access. We don't need the students panicking about these Reaper rumors. Still, it will not hurt to tally our supplies. Please bring me an inventory before evening prayer. I'll contact Cessia later tonight to inquire what set the Asari to war. Go in peace.
I like vaguely understand that girl's concern. Like you came to blow this up. Like I get it. Look, I get it. But at the same time, I think most people would, in her situation, be like, oh, the Reapers are here and they're doing all this bad stuff. You clearly came to stop them by blowing it up, right? Like so that they stop making these Banshees. It's like, yeah, duh. Yeah. So it does kind of feel a little odd. No, I don't want that. Continue. Although, cool rifle. You know, we got the service, or sorry, the council shoulder guard. I think that most of the time in situations where you have like a character that acts slightly out of what you might expect, I could kind of let it go. But like this one it's just a little too off for me. I feel like she would be like, oh yeah, obviously Banshees, blow 'em up. Jethro, I had the new girl put in a holding chamber. I mean, I should say actually, before I forget, it's not like I came here to blow up Banshees. It's not like I knew the Banshees were here. It was just that these are a liability. I need to go blow it up and make sure it's fine. And then we get here and it's like, yes, it is a liability. So let's take care of that. I think most people would be able to understand that. Then again, we are playing a renegade character. We make mean choices, not evil choices, just mostly mean. The Justicar or ruthless. I would say ruthless is probably a little bit better of a descriptor. The Justicar who brought her to us, Justicar Hora, I don't know, said she had trouble convincing the prisoner coming to the monastery was necessary. This may explain why the girl lashed out at her guards. She's lucky Fora wasn't here for that. The Justicar's code would have demanded an execution. I'll question some other Justicars on the level of coercion is permitted to use by the code. This isn't the first time her captures arrived here terrified out of their wits, but it will certainly be the last. Interesting. Very, very interesting there. Jethra, I looked over this year's candidates for supervised visits to Thessia. I'm approving everyone but Yanis. She's impulsive, cunning, and worst of all, a romantic. Find me a worse combination to let outside our walls. Wow, that is a good point. I find it suspicious she was even nominated. Let's look into that and pray it's not Yanis manipulating another infatuation. It takes a great deal of time and effort to persuade Thessia's government to let our best students visit their own homeworld. Unless Yanis matures, she won't be among them. Damn. Yeah, but, you know, I agree. Probably that's a very dangerous combo to be letting. You gotta think about the people that she's being a danger to, right? All right, let's get in there. Do I want to take out the dudes first? Yeah, I think I do. Although that Banshee just went to a bad spot for me. All right, here's what we're gonna do. She's gonna dive this way, so we're gonna dive this way. No, I whiffed. That's fine. I don't need to hit with this necessarily. Just my charge. Boom. Okay. Now we can take out the Banshee. This was a situation if I didn't want to sit there trying to take out the Banshee and then get shot because of it. Oh, that guy's dead. Never mind. I was gonna shoot him. Liara's down. We'll just get her back up real quick. It's not like I'm low on Metagel at the moment. Although I might get low. Okay, where did she go? You. Can I charge over? It's not letting me. Can I charge that way? Not letting me. Can I charge this way? There we go. I'm waiting for that headshot, but she's in the wall. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, all right, I'm dead. The one-shot kill is stupid. Can we just... Oh, I didn't want to load. Can we all just agree that the one-shot kill is stupid? That is stupid. All right, let's just kill the Banshee this time. I don't know what it is about game designers at this particular era, but this does seem to be a fairly common way to handle quote-unquote tough enemies in like the 2010 to 2015 era of games. And it's like, that's not how this works. Don't do that. That's not fun for anybody. Nobody likes being one shot, especially when you have no control over it. Like, she could just like get up on you because you get stuck behind a wall and then you get one shot. It's not fun. I think thankfully after the Souls games have done their thing, Bloodborne and some other Souls-like games as well, we've gotten to a point where difficult games aren't relying on cheap mechanics a lot of the time. They are instead relying on fractions of a second in response times to allow you to respond to something difficult. And I can appreciate that. You can make the argument that you could respond to her charging in and just run away, but like I said, the game's movement is so wonky sometimes that you can very easily get stuck.
Another commando. Why did they go so far into the monastery?
Perhaps the commandos were looking for survivors?
Their luck was no better than ours.
Nope. They didn't get very far. They actually might have thinned it out a bit, so if anything, they might have helped. Then again, maybe they didn't thin it out. Maybe they all got ambushed all at once. It's a possibility. Ooh, elevator. My favorite part of any Mass Effect game. What a loading screen. Where's my team? Oh, goodness, they scared me. Suddenly they're behind me like a horror movie. I believe this is going to be a big fight, if I recall correctly.
We've found our bomb.
And Falere.
Rila, wake up!
Falere, Rila cannot hear us.
Look, She's still alive.
I know, but I am afraid Rila is not well.
Oh, she's being turned into a banshee.
Not one of them yet. She can't be. She just needs to wake up.
This is like a face hugger situation. How exactly are they turned into banshees?
Rila? Rila, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's not good. There's gonna be a chest burster, and then she's suddenly a banshee.
Why did she do that?
Because they've begun to turn her into one of the Reaper's creatures.
I'm sorry. Can we set off that bomb?
We need a detonator.
Commandos would have had one. We've got to find it. Later.
Guess we gotta kill things first, you know, the typical thing with Mass Effect combat. I don't like having two of these nerds, and we're actually gonna play this safe. This is the first time that I'm really having to change strategy here. See what I mean with like the combat movement is really wonky? Like I'm trying to run away and it doesn't want to run. It's just like, oh my goodness. No. Oh my goodness. Do you see what I mean? Mass Effect movement in Mass Effect 3 is so wonky, and it only gets worse. Like there is no point in which Mass Effect 3 movement gets better. Like you move into the multiplayer stuff and it's just as bad. It is just as bad. All right, let's go ahead and swap, because this one's low enough that the shotgun's actually gonna do work. All right, we reload. Oh, this one's almost dead too. Can we detonate? We can. I don't know if that's gonna kill her. No, she died. All right, Liara's down though. I think Liara had Reeve or whatever it is. Whatever damage over time effect that is. There we go.
That's the last.
Okay.
Now,
She up?
let's
She's
get
up.
back to that bomb.
I mean, I could be switching my my rounds. That actually might help a little bit.
Falaire, go! Take the elevator! Rila, what are you doing? It's too late for me. There are hundreds coming. Just go!
Oh, she's got the detonator. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, that's convenient.
Move!
No! Rila! I love you. Rila!
So, real talk. She's gonna blow the place up, but it looks like she needs a lot more time than what she's given.
We are not your slaves.
Like, wasn't the bomb meant to destroy the whole facility?
Rila, there wasn't even time to say goodbye.
Few can break the Reaper's hold. Rila's will was extraordinary, as was her love for you.
We left her to die.
Rila made her choice, and it has reminded me of what is truly important. Why I swore I'd lay down my life.
What is that?
Falere, the code demands an Ardat Yakshi cannot live outside a monastery that no longer exists.
Damn.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Shepard. By the Justicar's code, there is only one way to save Falere.
Mother, no!
My daughters, you were all so much stronger than I believed.
I didn't stop it. I chose not to. I should be clear.
Mother! Why would she do this after Rila saved our lives?
You did nothing to cause this, Falere. Samara made her choice.
She shouldn't have had to. My mother died because of our code. Because I'm an Ardat Yakshi. Please, leave me with her.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So Samara ends it because she knows that as a Justicar, she cannot let this other one leave, and because of that, she wants to let this other one leave. So her love for her, comes into conflict with her code, which is why I'm okay with letting that happen, because I think it's super dramatic and it works really well to have that as a story arc for her. Everything we know about Samara is her code is her life. She is 100% committed to it. She is like a paladin who does not give any grace on that code. Like it is her life. So by teaching her to go against that code, maybe not the greatest thing for that character. So makes sense that she would do that. Also makes sense that Shepard, knowing that, wouldn't stop it, even though Shepard very much likes Samara. Would we bring her with us, or leave her here? Leaving her here seems like the opposite of what Samara wanted, right?
You're an Ardat Yakshi, Falere. I can't risk you leaving this planet.
I have no plans to leave. And I'd never let the Reapers take me alive.
I can't take that chance.
Am I just gonna
What
do
are you
it?
doing? Isn't losing my family enough?
I'm gonna let her go.
Goodbye.
We need to pick up.
Everything settled down there, Commander?
As much as it'll ever be.
Shepard went there to do a job, but she's not gonna get in the way of
So the
that.
Ardat Yakshi's monastery fell? Are they all neutralized?
They won't be a problem anymore.
Then they are at peace. And we can concentrate all resources on defense and evacuation.
Can you save many people?
Millions will be left behind when we withdraw, and that time is coming much too soon. Our thanks, Commander. We'll send what commandos we can to Admiral Hackett. I must go.
Boom.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Yeah. He's always available on VidCom. We will talk to Anderson. We will, I swear. We have another mission to go do before we head to the Citadel and then talk to Anderson. And then from there, end of the game.